In the 5th century CE, a remarkable transformation swept across the plains of Bihar, India. From the earth rose the foundations of Nalanda Mahavihara, not merely a Buddhist monastery, but a sprawling complex destined to reshape the intellectual landscape of an era. Over the centuries, Nalanda's lecture halls, meditation chambers, and imposing library became a magnet for scholars, philosophers, and spiritual seekers across Asia. Yet, time and conflict eventually ravaged this extraordinary center of learning. Ruins now stand in place of its once grand structures. Today, the archaeological site of Nalanda Mahavihara invites us to walk among these ruins, piecing together fragments of a remarkable history. Each weathered brick, each excavated artifact whispers of Nalanda's former glory, of scholars poring over ancient texts, astronomers mapping the stars, and physicians unraveling the mysteries of the human body. Could the secrets buried within this site unlock a deeper understanding of a bygone enlightenment era? Imagine yourself transported to India's ancient plains, a land steeped in the echoes of empires and spiritual wisdom. Amongst fertile fields and bustling trade routes lies a place that once held a beacon of knowledge, Nalanda. Even today, its weathered ruins whispered tales of a bustling academic metropolis. Located strategically near the essential Buddhist site of Bodh Gaya, Nalanda was more than just a monastery. It was a sprawling university town, drawing scholars and seekers like moths to a flame. The story of Nalanda stretches back centuries, before the founding of its famed Mahavihara. Archaeologists have uncovered traces of a settlement dating back to 1200 BCE, hinting at the region's long-standing significance. Even ancient Buddhist and Jaina chronicles mention a town named Nalanda, nestled within the mighty kingdom of Magadha. Legends speak of revered figures like the Buddha and Mahavira gracing this land with their presence, though their visits remain shrouded in the mists of time. The true birth of Nalanda Mahavihara, the grand university complex, likely occurred in the 5th century CE under the patronage of the Gupta Empire. A precious seal unearthed at the site points to a king named Chakraditya as its founder. With the support of the Guptas and later dynasties, Nalanda rose from the earth, its halls and temples a testament to those who valued knowledge above all else. Yet, Nalanda's patrons weren't solely driven by a single faith. Seals and statues depicting Hindu deities, alongside Buddhist imagery, hint at a remarkable tolerance and intellectual exchange atmosphere. Kings, wealthy merchants, and even foreign rulers vied to support this extraordinary seat of learning, a testament to the universal thirst for knowledge that Nalanda sought to quench. Nalanda's golden age flourished long after the Gupta Empire's decline, thanks to the generous patronage of later dynasties. One of the most remarkable supporters was Emperor Harsha, who reigned in the 7th century. Inscriptions and accounts of the Chinese pilgrim Xuanzang describe Harsha as a devout Hindu king who nonetheless built lavish Buddhist temples and monasteries alongside those dedicated to Shiva and Surya. His devotion to knowledge transcended any single religious doctrine. Harsha's generosity laid the groundwork for Nalanda's expansion. He gifted over 100 villages to the university, ensuring resources flowed in to sustain a staggering number of scholars and students. Xuanzang claimed that Nalanda housed over 1,500 faculty and 10,000 student monks. While those numbers might be somewhat inflated, they nonetheless depict a thriving hub of intellectual endeavor. Archaeological excavations have unveiled countless viharas, or dormitories, and temples, hinting at the sheer scale of this ancient university town. In the 7th century, Nalanda's prestige attracted scholars from 4 corners of Asia. Xuanzang, arriving in 637 CE, spent several years immersed in its scholarly community. In Shilabhadra, the esteemed head of Nalanda, he found an exceptional teacher who guided him in the Yogacara school of Buddhist thought. Xuanzang's meticulous records describe a magnificent campus, with adorned towers and observatories lost in the vapors of the morning. The echoes of his awe reverberate through time, painting a vivid picture of Nalanda at its zenith. Another Chinese pilgrim, Yijing, arrived at Nalanda a few decades after Xuanzang's departure. His detailed memoirs reveal fascinating insights into Nalanda's daily life and monastic routines. He describes elaborate bathing rituals, the precise manner of dress, and the meticulous regulations that shape the monks' days. From his writings, we sense the discipline and order underpinning the university's pursuit of knowledge. Nalanda wasn't just a magnet for Chinese pilgrims. Korean and Tibetan monks also flooded to its hallowed halls, drawn by its reputation for scholarly excellence. These intrepid travelers left behind valuable records and translations, enriching our understanding of this intellectual crossroads. Tibetan monks in particular forged a lasting bond with Nalanda, helping to spread Buddhist teachings and reshape the Tibetan script. Could you imagine the vibrant exchange of ideas and the mingling of cultures and languages within those grand courtyards? The Pala dynasty, ardent supporters of Buddhism, ensured Nalanda's continued prosperity. Yet, within this period, a shift occurred. The rise of Vajrayana, a form of esoteric Buddhism with tantric elements, gradually eclipsed the traditional Mahayana teachings that inspired pilgrims like Xuanzang. The Palas embraced this new movement, building grand monasteries like Vikramashila that likely drew scholars and resources away from Nalanda. Despite evolving religious currents, Nalanda's legacy endured. Inscriptions and artifacts reveal an ongoing cycle of patronage, restoration, and scholarly activity through the Pala era. One particularly poignant find is an inscription detailing the destruction of Nalanda's library by fire and its subsequent rebuilding. Yet, even amidst this resilience, whispers of a gathering storm could be heard. In the 12th century, they brought devastating Turkish invasions. Archaeological excavations at Nalanda reveal a thick layer of ash, stark evidence of a catastrophic fire that ravaged the complex. While traditionally blamed on Bakhtiar Khalji's raids, it's crucial to note that historical records like those of Minhaji Siraj describe attacks on nearby monasteries, not Nalanda specifically. Nevertheless, there's no denying that Nalanda wasn't spared from the widespread violence. We turn to Tibetan sources for more accurate insights into Nalanda's final chapter. These records paint a bleak picture of the systematic destruction of monasteries across the region. The biography of Dharma Svamin, a Tibetan pilgrim, is particularly valuable. Having encountered scholars fleeing the devastation, Dharma Svamin provides a chilling eyewitness account of the Turkish conquest. He visited Nalanda around 1235 CE, finding it heavily damaged and largely abandoned. Despite the dangers, a small, dedicated group of monks clung to Nalanda, bravely carrying on the torch of knowledge under the guidance of the venerable Rahulas Ribhadra. Their resilience shined through the Dharma Svamin's words, yet he does not mention Nalanda's once-fabled library, a grim testament to the losses suffered. Nalanda's legendary library was its beating heart. Tibetan records speak of towering buildings named Ocean of Jewels and Sea of Jewels, said to rise 9 stories high. Imagine the awe-inspiring sight of those multi-storied repositories, housing countless scrolls and manuscripts. The most sacred texts, like the Prajnaparamita Sutra, would have been enshrined within these monumental structures. Scholars estimate that Nalanda's collection may have reached hundreds of thousands of volumes, encompassing Buddhist scriptures and works on philosophy, literature, logic, grammar, and the sciences. The library's meticulous organization system likely reflected ancient India's sophisticated knowledge classification systems. Dharma Svamin's words echo the era's anxiety as Buddhist scholars retreated to the relative safety of Nepal, carrying precious manuscripts and the knowledge they preserved. Other Tibetan texts, like those of Lama Taranatha, provide additional accounts with less reliability due to their later origin. From these sources, a complex picture emerges, one of destruction and the enduring spirit of Buddhism amidst hardship. Nalanda slept beneath the dust of centuries. Though whispers of his existence remained in local lore, the ruins were forgotten and their true identity was obscured. Then, during the 19th century, the rising interest in India's past among colonial powers led to a meaningful rediscovery. Careful surveys, first in 1811 and then decisively a few decades later, confirmed that these enigmatic mounds and scattered relics were the remnants of the once renowned Nalanda. A new era dawned as official excavations began in the early 20th century. Teams of archaeologists peeled back layers of time, revealing the foundations of numerous monasteries and temples. With each season of digging, the sheer scale of this ancient academic city took shape. The outlines of lecture halls, meditation chambers, and dormitories emerged, painting a picture of a bustling hub of intellectual exchange. The excavations also yielded a treasure trove of artifacts, statues of Buddhist and Hindu deities, seals hinting at the institution's diverse patronage, and fragments of ancient texts. Yet there was a lingering sense of loss. It became clear that the Nalanda complex once extended far beyond the initial dig site, likely fading away beneath the modern-day village, a poignant reminder of the passage of time and its destructive power. Today, the excavated section of Nalanda covers a vast area. Picture a grid-like layout with 11 monasteries, known as viharas, and 6 major brick temples. A wide central passage runs north to south, temples positioned to the west, and monasteries to the east. The structures themselves tell a complex story, with many bearing evidence of multiple construction phases, new buildings rising over the remnants of older ones, some even scarred by fire. The monasteries offer a fascinating glimpse into the daily lives of the monks. Typically rectangular, they feature a central courtyard surrounded by a veranda and rows of small Spartan cells, a design shared by Vihara architecture across the region. Each cell's strategic position facing the entrance would have offered a striking view to the courtyard's central shrine. Among the most impressive monasteries, Monastery 1 is a testament to Nalanda's enduring importance. Archaeologists identified 9 distinct construction layers, hinting at centuries of expansion and patronage. Inscriptions suggest support even from a faraway ruler, Bala Putradeva, king of the Sumatran Srivijaya kingdom during the 9th century. Excavations revealed a colossal statue of a seated Buddha within this complex, a glimpse of the awe-inspiring artwork that once adorned Nalanda. The towering structure of Temple No. 3 is Nalanda's most iconic landmark. Its soaring staircases and corner towers make it a masterpiece of architectural evolution. Archaeologists painstakingly revealed 7 superimposed layers, each temple built atop the ruins of its predecessor. The 5th layer is exquisite Gupta-era stucco panels depicting Buddhist figures, scenes from the Jataka tales, and even glimpses of daily life, a frozen moment in Nalanda's rich history. Surrounding the temples are countless votive stupas, some inscribed with sacred Buddhist texts, offering silent prayers across the ages. Nalanda's rediscovery unearthed far more than structures. Countless sculptures emerged from the earth, depicting the Buddha, Bodhisattvas, and even Hindu deities like Shiva, Parvati, and Ganesha, reflecting the site's remarkable religious tolerance. Intricate murals, bronze figures, coins, seals, and inscriptions tell tales of trade, patronage, and spiritual devotion. Temple No. 2 reveals a fascinating blend of Buddhist and Hindu iconography. Scholars debate whether it was a purely Hindu temple or perhaps a testament to the syncretism of the era. Nearby, the remains of Temple No. 13 holds a unique surprise, a brick smelting furnace, suggesting an active tradition of metalworking within the scholarly community. The legacy of Nalanda is a treasure trove for archaeologists and historians, with each fragment offering a new piece of the puzzle. Yet, the haunting sense lingers that much more awaits discovery beneath the modern village, a testament to the university town's accurate scale and the timeless allure of buried secrets. If you found this journey through Nalanda fascinating, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell for more captivating explorations of the past.